Who tells Tory Lanez no in 2018?
Just
or has anybody told you no?
I mean, just like as far as what?
Like say like you want to do a record with somebody because you feel like you're in a certain space. Like you've proven yourself. You've gotten multiple joints on the radio. You got the Grammy nomination. You've gone #1 multiple times. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna reach out now and ask such and such for a feature. Has a person ever said no?
Nah, not necessarily said no. I mean, I've asked for there was a couple people that I asked to hop on this project that kind of gave us like the runaround, but I don't know why. It's like, nigga, I don't know why. Like, we asked Lil Pump, I think one time. I asked Lil Pump to do some shit, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Time came around, never did it. Same thing with Smoke Perp. But I'm like, y'all two niggas too drugged up to do it anyway. Like, I ain't tripping, my niggas. Like, y'all just do what y'all do. Catch y'all niggas on the flip side, my nigga. Like, catch y'all niggas on the flip side, my nigga. Like,
Pump to jump on this one record. The next thing you know, you see him like wearing a box suit with Kanye walking down a hall. He's like, "Nigga, you could get my verse."
Nah, but still, I mean, that's still Kanye. And at the end of the day, like, I don't trip on things. I don't take things personal. Like, just sometimes people just either ain't got time to do some shit or niggas be on whatever the fuck niggas be on, and you know it is what it is, nigga. I'll catch you in a year or so. Like, I ain't tripping.
So you keep it strictly herbal.
100%. Like, I don't take things personal. Like, I realize you can't take anything personal in this game.
No, I'm talking about like as far as your drug use. You keep it herbal.
Oh, yeah,
It's strictly weed.
I don't do no pills. I don't drink no lean. I just smoke a lot of weed.
Like what would you say your habit is? If you was the basic, like how many blunts a day or
like I smoke like I could smoke a good like ounce a day, ounce and a half a day if I want.
Gotcha.
We could definitely smoke an ounce. I'd probably say, nah, a little bit more than a half a day.
You get it for him?
A little bit more than a half a day, cause he doesn't understand. He comes to my house by like 2 o'clock. He don't understand. I've been waking and baking from the morning. Like I first of all, the first thing I'm doing when I wake up is I'm brushing my teeth. I'm taking a shower, everything, of course, and then I'm rolling up. And I'm rolling up not one time. I'm rolling up like at least 3-4 joints. So we starting in 3-4 strong. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about my joints. Don't be like this. Anybody who knows me knows my shit is like lugs. Pause. Real, I swear. I promise you, them things is like lugs. They like Frogger lugs. You remember Frogger used to jump on a joint?
Yeah.
He was jumping on my blunts. Like, I swear, like. Word.
And I imagine little Tory can't indulge because he's highly flammable.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, actually, you're wrong. And, Big Tory, I'm gonna go take a smoke break right now, okay?
You do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Down steps he goes.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we all smoke. We all get high. You know what I'm saying? We get good herbs, good herbal stuff, and we keep it pushing. That's
what's up. And it's dope to see, you know, because like, you see different types of smokers. You get some smokers that get nothing done in life, and like you got to peel them off the couch. Some people smoke and they operate at such an optimal level to get stuff done. So that's why when you walked in and told me like, yeah, you pretty much just mostly do indicas. I'm like, how?
Nah, because I don't like to feel like I already got ADHD. I feel like I'm already bouncing off the walls. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, that kind of slows all those thoughts down for me.
Balances you out a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of just mellows me out a little bit.
Got you. So historically, Toronto, big city, a lot of artists come out of there.
Yeah.
You and Drake had your run. You squashed your run.
Uh-huh.
I mean, squashed your beef.
Yep.
Now that's dope. You look at the rest of the hip hop landscape. You know, you got this person fight with that person. Cardi and Nicki just had their thing.
It's crazy.
And if you and Drake could come back from your thing, why can't Cardi and Nicki come back from their thing? Now, as a person who
I don't know what their thing is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their thing is, but I mean, I think that when it comes down to just like music, I think originally how it should have been, like, I just think somehow, somewhere, whoever was supposed to embrace who should have just made it like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, like, sometimes you just gotta realize in life, it's just not. There's only one crown, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like when you want the crown and somebody else wants the crown, it's no disrespect or nothing. Like I said, nothing should be taken personal. If y'all have personal issues, that's a little bit different.
Right.
But when it comes to like the sport of music and the sport of, you know, winning and taking that crown, it's only one crown. And the fact that you gotta remember, like, they're females, so it's a little bit different. Like with guys, our whole thing is just let's get to the top. But with females, it's it's got to be played and calculated a little bit different for them. So it's a whole different ballgame. So I can't even speak on and be like, yo, you know, they should do this and they should. Nah, because I don't know the female ball game, but I would imagine that it's something wild complicated. You feel me?
You know, it's so weird though. Like, you know, like it's not that big of a thing in male hip hop. I mean, every now and then you'll have a person who say they're the king of this and they running everything, but multiple male artists can operate at the same time. It seems like there's never two flourishing females at the same time, and there should be able to be that. Because if you want to talk about skill set, neither one raps better than Rhapsody. You know what I mean?
Who's Rhapsody?
Rhapsody, she's out of North Carolina. She's down with Knife Wonder. Oh, you got it. She was on
Never
Kendrick
heard
Lamar's album.
I never heard.
Oh, she's out of here. But,
Cold.
you know, but there's room for all three of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would rather hear Nicki and Cardi on more records versus throwing subliminals KGB style at each other on each other's records.
No, of course, of course. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of fun though, man. It's kind of fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Man, it's
you know,
so fun to get somebody get a knot on their head. I saw a meme the other day where they had the Google logo and they had Cardi B's head as one of the O's.
Oh nah, they gotta chill.
Yo, the internet
I don't
is
know,
sad.
man. The internet is undefeated, man. Like, you know, I can't say nothing about how they react to stuff and how, you know, things go. It's just, it is what it is, right?
Got you. Saw a video of you about last year. Like, there was some issue with you and Travis Scott. Where y'all at with that? Y'all squashed it?
I never had an issue with this guy, bro. I never like, bro, I never had an issue with him.
It was one-sided?
It was in that time and in that situation, I was in my dressing room. Nigga ran in my dressing room with like 4 blood niggas. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I tried to talk it out with him. And then it came to a level of disrespect. And then I had this thing where I don't know, like when my head just kind of takes me somewhere, and I started looking around, and I started looking like, and kind of realizing situation like this nigga really walked in here with some niggas like, yo, what type time is you on? And then it ended up being But what people don't understand is that happened, and then after that, we had a conversation. Like, it was done, my nigga. Like, you feel me? And the video resurfaced like a year later. So it's just like it resurfaced a problem that didn't need to be there. You get what I'm saying? And like, I feel like even with him, I guess in his time or whatever was going on with that, I don't even think, because after the conversation we had, I don't even think when he ran inside the room, maybe he just wasn't on the time. He was just upset at the moment or whatever the case is, or I don't know what he thought, but
Cats be on one sometime.
I'm just not one of them dudes. Like, I'm not gonna, you know. And then,
I was thoroughly
and then
impressed.
I don't know, man.
Now, I was thoroughly impressed in your willingness to get busy right now.
I'm a person where it's like, in life, bro, I'm not a tough guy. I don't choose to be. I think everybody, like people be having this weird misconception of me, like I'm trying to be like this tough guy, or I like to fight and all this extra stuff, and it's like, nah, bro, I like to chill. I just don't like disrespect. Yeah. I don't like being disrespected on no kind of level. Like, I just don't like it. Like,
now, there's a book that a lot of people be talking about right now called Eat the Frog. And basically the premise of the book is like, whatever the toughest thing you got to do that day, tackle it. So if you got an issue with somebody, instead of letting this thing fester and turn into this thing, eat the frog, hash it out.
Yeah, like my thing is just like I just feel like even with that, and even with me and Travis Scott, like, it make it such a weird thing, because now it's like it's automatically put in a situation where now no matter what, we have a little issue, you know what I'm saying? When good music can actually be made here. Cause don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott's music, you feel me? I would want to work with him. I've been wanting to work with him from a long time. We were supposed to work a long time ago. But it now makes it a thing where it's like, it's always a comparison. Yeah. And it's always a and da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm always going to look at myself like I'm the greatest, nigga. So when they put us in comparison and they ask me questions, da-da-da-da, I'm always going to be like, nigga, I'm the greatest. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who anybody is. You get what I'm saying? But it puts us at a place where now I'd have to say something like that. You get what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. It's the media made it that.
That's the nature of the culture. Nobody going to be like, roll over, nah, such does better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to own your shit and beat on your chest.
But not everybody feel like they the greatest at their craft. I just really genuinely feel like I put too many hours into, like, what I do. Like, and I really am one of the greats at my craft.
Yeah,
you know?
Like if this was boxing, you're a cruiserweight dude. Like, yo, you could jump in his rap bag for a minute, jump in his dancehall bag for
everywhere.
a minute, jump in his R&B bag for a little bit. Like,
yeah.
even talking to you now, like, every time you come in, I say this, like, I don't know how to I don't know how the hell you hit these high notes and be talking to me like you're talking to me right now.
I don't
like,
know, man.
That's
God
crazy.
God just blessed me with a voice, man, and you know, I plan on using, even with the high notes and like the R&B stuff. I'm about to bring the R&B stuff back in such a full effect that it's so crazy. I was kind of waiting for it to filter out. When I came out, I feel like there was a lot of dudes doing R&B and like taking my style, and like I waited for it to filter out, and like there's like no more dudes, like there's like nobody making R&B music no more. It's kind of crazy, except for my dog Jack Queese. Shout out my dog Jack Queese. But it's not really nobody really making R&B music like that. And I feel like for me, like what I'm about to bring out the ChicksTape 5. I as you can see, I'm always working, and you may not know what that means, but there's a lot of people who just heard that statement and are like, yo, it's lit. But like, yo, the ChicksTape is when I go and I remix all of those classic records and turn them into classic R&B records. You know what I'm saying?
I call that watering the plants. You know, when you water your female fan base.
Yeah,
you know
like I've been away. I literally feel like I've been away from my female fans in that way for too long, and it's unfair to them. And honestly, like, just I went to a couple places this weekend, and just seeing the reaction of people to like some of my old stuff and old R&B just made me realize, like, yo, people need this right now.
Yeah.
And like, yo, I'm not going. People think that like I can't jump back into a Say It bag or the Love bag or like those bags that I was in at that time, and it's like you said, it's just going to water the plants, bro.
Yeah. Now there's a couple.
You know
got
what
a
I'm
couple
saying?
different like layers and textures on this new project, which is called Love Me Now.